My hands were trembling as I held the gold-wrapped gift box. Behind me, my husband of 42 years stood frozen in his neatly ironed suit. The words struck me like a bucket of freezing water dumped over my head. "Mom, Dad, you're not invited. This is my day. Please leave." She had no idea we could shut it all down with a few quick calls. By sunset, her dream wedding would fall apart around her, and she'd finally understand what it means to discard the parents who gave up so much for her. If my story touches something in you, the way betrayal can shatter everything you thought was solid, subscribe to the channel and stay with me for the next one. There are more experiences like this out there, and sharing them helps us all feel a little less alone. The venue manager's voice echoed in my mind as I stood there, still clutching the box. "The contract is in your name, Evelyn," he had confirmed just last week when I called to double-check the final details. I nodded to myself, staring at our daughter's impassive face, her eyes devoid of any regret. How had we nurtured a child who could do this to us after all we'd poured into her life? I glanced back at the mirror in the venue's lobby where I'd adjusted my outfit one last time before arriving. My hair had been done at the salon that morning, a rare treat costing $92 that I seldom indulged in. The soft lavender dress was chosen to match the wedding palette without stealing any spotlight. My husband, Robert, had straightened his tie, the same one from our daughter's high school graduation. "You look wonderful," I'd said to him in the car, trying to calm my own nerves. "Stunning as ever, Evelyn," he replied, his gentle grin still capable of easing my worries after all these decades. On the console between us sat the gold-wrapped box with my grandmother's brooch inside. 4 generations of Hayes women had pinned it on for their weddings. I'd spent hours restoring the antique gold and sapphire piece until it sparkled like new. I pictured our daughter Isabella's reaction when she unwrapped it, maybe a flicker of warmth from the girl who had grown so distant lately. The ride to Willow Creek Manor was light at first, filled with reminiscences. "Remember when Isabella would draw those crayon portraits of us as a family?" Robert laughed softly. "The ones she'd insist we frame and hang in the living room until the colors faded?" Yes, and she'd beam with pride, that little girl with braids and endless curiosity. Where had she vanished to? When did she become the woman who dodged our calls and texts? We pulled up to the manor, the grand estate Robert and I had funded from our savings account, $28,500 for the venue rental alone. The decorations, the menu, the videographer, the orchestra, all under our signatures. We'd even recommended the event coordinator when Isabella complained about the stress. As we approached the ceremony lawn, a staff member with a tablet hurried over. "Mr. and Mrs. Hayes? Isabella's parents?" "That's us," Robert said with his usual warmth. "She wanted me to escort you to her suite right away." We trailed her across the lush lawns where attendants were perfecting the arbor of white lilies and purple orchids, exactly as Isabella had specified. I spotted the ensemble tuning their instruments near the ivory seats. It was all flawless, just as we'd envisioned. The staffer rapped on a door marked with an elegant bride plaque. "Isabella, your parents are here." The door swung open, revealing our daughter in her gown, not the simple one we'd shopped for together. This was lavish, with intricate lace that screamed extravagance. Her updo was impeccable, her makeup professional. For a split second, pride swelled in me, my radiant daughter on her special day. But then her face registered, cold, no hint of happiness. Her lips tightened, eyes distant. In the background, her attendants in coordinating purple gowns watched with mild interest. "Mom, Dad," she stated, tone clipped and formal. "Why are you here already?" Robert's brow furrowed. "The coordinator brought us. We hoped to see you before it starts, to hand over our gift." I offered the box, forcing a smile through the rising dread. "It's your great-grandmother's brooch, the one you loved as a kid, maybe for something borrowed?" Isabella ignored the box. She stepped out, easing the door shut behind her. "Listen," she hissed quietly. "Plans have shifted." "What plans?" I asked, confusion knotting my stomach. She exhaled like I was dense. "Mom, Dad, you're not welcome at the ceremony or the party after. This is my day, and Ethan and I decided it's better with just our circle and his side. Please go." The statement didn't compute. Excluded from our child's wedding? The one we bankrolled? "This doesn't make sense," Robert croaked. "We're your parents. We handled all the arrangements." "And that's appreciated," Isabella said, zero gratitude in her voice. "But this is what Ethan and I prefer. His family has standards for events like this. Frankly, it's smoother without you." Smoother without her own parents? The unspoken insult lingered. "Isabella," I started, voice quivering, "we've dedicated months to this. Your father dipped into our savings to make it what you dreamed." She shrugged, a casual flick that wounded deeper than shouts. "I'm thankful, but today isn't yours, or about your contributions. It's Ethan and me beginning our future." A tall man in a tailored tux approached. Ethan, her fiancé of 18 months, polished and from what she'd called an established background. He rested a hand on her arm possessively. "Everything all right?" he inquired, scanning us dismissively. "Yes," Isabella replied, "just clarifying the guest changes to my parents." Ethan dipped his head, no empathy. "Regret the mix-up, but we must follow our vision. Ceremonies in 15 minutes. The door cracked, an attendant whispered to Isabella, and they shared a quick chuckle, a private jest that felt like another slap. I froze, the box weighing like lead as the truth sank in, my mouth parched. Guests trickled in nearby, some eyeing us oddly. One lady, Ethan's mother, from photos Isabella shared, shot me a glance of faint annoyance like we were intruders. She recognized us, yet pivoted away, ushering relatives to seats. "You need to leave," Isabella urged, already retreating to her suite. "The coordinator can guide you out discreetly to avoid bothering arrivals." I studied our daughter truly. Her expression was serene, not furious, not torn, just empty, as if we were a trivial glitch before her big moment. Robert tensed beside me, his fist balled. I knew that rigid stance, the one masking deep hurt. Memories flooded of the build-up to this cruelty, the time Isabella said no to me joining her veil shopping. "Space is limited, Mom, I'll text pics." None came. The catering quote she emailed with a brief note, "This one's fine, handle payment." We weren't consulted, we were notified. The decorator phoned me for sign-off on linens I hadn't picked. I approved silently, avoiding added stress for her. "Don't overwhelm me, Mom," she snapped when I inquired about table settings. "I want to savor this." And I dropped it, as always, figuring that's motherhood, yielding. Now she banished us publicly like gatecrashers at her gala. Isabella vanished inside, the door clicking shut softer than a bang but more conclusive. The coordinator neared, her smile strained. "Mr. and Mrs. Hayes, this way to a quiet exit." Robert spoke up. "We'll manage." We exited with dignity, despite the searing shame. Past the arbor we'd funded, past the setup vans we'd coordinated, past the chairs we'd approved months prior. In the car, I cradled the box, gazing at it endlessly. No tears yet. "She discarded us," I murmured. Robert gripped the wheel, engine off. "We built a dreamer and ended up with a stranger." My chest split, but I agreed. Recalled overlooked birthdays, terse replies, her too occupied excuses for visits, the "we need distance" phase. She'd been pulling away gradually, we ignored it. She bragged to pals about our generosity. We offered from love, aiming for her ideal day. She accepted our resources, efforts, aid, then treated us like outsiders invading her spotlight. "Pull over," I said abruptly, though stationary. "Where?" "Someplace with signal." Robert started the car, drove to a nearby diner with Wi-Fi. We entered, sat, pulled out phones. The wedding proceeded. Guests arrived, arrangements continued, music looming, photos imminent, but not for much longer. Our names anchored the deals, balances pending on services. We retained power. Robert eyed me questioningly. For 42 years I'd mediated family peace, forgave swiftly, prioritized others, always. Not now. I nodded. "Proceed." Robert dialed the manor head. I contacted the florist, decorator, caterer, orchestra lead. Yes, events underway, I told the caterer evenly, but I signed and I'm revoking. I know the timing, to the musician, aware of the chaos. No rage, just firm resolve. She'd cast us aside, we'd withdraw our support. All. Soon, notifications poured in, coordinator first. Mrs. Hayes, vendor issues, cancellations claimed. Then Isabella, what's happening? Why is it stopping? I ignored, sipped tepid tea in that diner, placing calls, sensing a shift. Not fury, not spite, closure. She'd opted us out, we exited fully. She'd sensed the void. No tunes, no feast, no blooms, no festivity. She desired us unseen, so be it. Our gifts vanished too. The drive home was mute, the oppressive kind that seeps in. The highway dragged, sky dimming from celebratory blue to dull ash. I stared blankly. It wasn't solely today's act. It was the prelude we'd overlooked, pardoned, rationalized. Each mile unearthed keener recollections, piling until breath came hard. Recalled Isabella at 15 when we got her first bike. Not fancy, but sturdy, $4,200 from savings. She grabbed the helmet without thanks. I wanted a new one, she grumbled. Robert chuckled it off. Kids. I convinced myself appreciation would follow. It didn't. Then university, we endorsed loans, covered dorms year one, mailed parcels with notes and treats. Calls came for needs, cash for supplies, essay tips, roommate woes, rarely for chat. At commencement, she invited us, but mingled with peers, post-ceremony, posing with Ethan's kin she'd met recently. We begged a passerby for our trio shot. We beamed, hailed her success, assumed maturity would come. It didn't halt. Her entry-level design gig, we aided the relocate, furnished her place, 2 weekends assembling. Thanks escaped once, no embrace, then she dashed to brunch. Signs abounded, minor slights, soft rejections, gradual fading. But we persisted, as parents do, give, endure, hope. I glanced at Robert driving, face stoic save jaw clench, fingers drumming. He sensed it. Years, pain, now exposed fully. Home, I lingered on the steps, box in hand. That brooch was my grandmother's, worn at weddings. I'd donned it too. Isabella once twirled in it as a tot, declaring, "Mine for my wedding." She hadn't eyed the box today. Inside, Robert phoned, tone edged, scrapping leftover payments. I knew that voice. Breaking point reached. I entered, placed the box on the counter, sat facing it like an adversary, opened my computer. Emails flooded, wedding chains we'd joined, then sidelined. Switched photographers, send deposit to cord. Shifted rehearsal to Thursday Eve, cool? Always hope, never query. Isabella and Ethan cast us as aides, not kin. Longer I scanned, clearer. Contribute, not join. Emotional ATMs, feelings inconvenient. Text log with her. Curt responses, delays, unread. One from a month back. Me. Free Sunday, coffee catch-up. Isabella. Busy wedding stuff. Later maybe. Later never. Yet I pursued. Resentment dulled from sting to throb. Dinner autopiloted. Chopped veggies, plated, re-washed hands forgetting prior. Dinner, Robert sparse with words. Processing our allowances, not today, years. Post-meal, he fetched invoice file, spread them. Manner, balance due. Florist, partial, rest open. Videographer, final this week. Orchestra, half-half. Guest tally unconfirmed with menu team. Might have shorted food. Papers screamed what we'd given, how little valued. Beyond cash, care's absence. Choice to bar us from her claimed moment we'd crafted. Evening, calls resumed. Unknown, voicemail, her. Isabella. Ignored. Let ring. Text. Why is it crumbling? Read thrice. No sorry or why leave? Panic at fallout. No remorse, just event worry. Typed. You uninvited us, we departed. Silence ensued, not void, laden with choices. Erosion we'd denied. Isabella chose. We chose too. Began with retreating from one who summoned only for wants. Sleep evaded, but not from her fret, from truth grasped. Truth seen can't unsee, no return. Dawn, coffee by window, sun ascending. Robert joined wordless. Same thoughts. No pleading inclusion, no justifying worth. Texts trickled from her circle, Ethan's folks. Why act out? Unaware we'd been ousted, she framed us pragmatic, unreasonable. Mattered not. Receipts, deals, logs. Truth ours. Enough. First in ages, we picked us. Felt like portals shutting gently. Not ire. Peace. 3 days, no answers. Calls, texts buzzed unread. Needed self first. Reality denied long. Day 3, sifted old docs in the study. Transfers, prints. Opened envelope. Our will. Isabella, sole heir. Stared long. What done? To living room. Robert scrolled news, eyes distant. Handed envelope. Need advisor. No pause. Nodded. Afternoon, booked financial consultant. Fresh one, no ties. Wanted impartial view of assets, not family fray. Office, facts only. Funded wedding. Barred, still liable. Consultant, secure future assets? Yes, limit access. Inquired, joint? Shared? No direct, I said, but convincing, Robert added. Emergencies. Consultant nodded, familiar. Left with packet. Trusts, freezes, revised will. Tools unseen till guilt blinds. Night, folding clothes, memory struck. Dropped shirt. Age 22, mother remarried. Dropped by unannounced. Stepfather answered. Mother behind. No entry. Call next time, our home now. Sting resurfaced when daughter echoed, my day, not invited. Unwanted again. Then anger bloomed, not hurt, anger, new. Morning, her socials, posts of salvaged wedding, enduring joy, solid ties. No us. Pick with Ethan's kin beaming. Closer, gown altered, not hours paid. Theme mismatch, she'd said. Arch bare, not floral splendor ordered. Florist gone. Pretended seamless. Chest constricted. Excluded. Erased. Phone buzzed. Unfamiliar. Answered. Mrs. Hayes? Isabella's mom? Yes. Laura from Blossom Designs. Florals for wedding. Partial cancel. Event halted. Invoice clarify? Partial. Isabella tried to rescue, rebook post-poll. Panicked calls. Invoice me. Cancellation fees only. Understood. Hung. Another deceit. Bypass us. Folder reopened. Trusts, contingencies. Robert from yard, hands soiled. Showed page. All this? Sure? 30 years hoping turnaround. Love enough. No argue. Weekend, lawyer met. Docs new. Heir removed. Protocols changed. Lawyer sharp. Empathetic. No justification needed. Protection. Future clauses for pressure. Helped. Night, Isabella rang. Answered. Mom. Hi. Spiraled bad. Didn't mean hurt. Needed perfect day. Waited. Pressure, you know, weddings. Blame shift, classic. You banished us. Not like that. Said uninvited. Silence. Move on? No. What mean? No pretend, no old ways. Cry started. What say? Said plenty, chose.
now ours. Could have raged, listed takings, love as credit, chose calm. Silence cuts deepest. Hung, quiet right, free from sacrifice loop. Now boundaries, consequences, healing sparked. Weak post-silence, home lighter, emptier but serene. Storms after calm, standing firm. Rooms anew. Bedroom, armchair cornered 12 years for Isabella's late calls from dorms. Calls faded. Repositioned to window for reading light, books piled. Guest room, hers old, closet packed, childhood, drawings, trophies, stuffed animals from trips. Kept as relics, happier era. Sat holding quilt she sewed grade 4, uneven stitches, love mom forever, embroidered. When love turned conditional, when disposable. Robert found me amid. Thinking redecorate, suggestion deeper, reclaim space. Yes, afternoon boxed items labeled, not discard, anger not, attic stored, if claimed, no longer define home. Small, meaningful, first reclaim step. Dawn next, Robert slept, coffee porch, garden neglected, weeds in beds, shrubs overgrown. No time lately, wedding 8 hours. Before, her job hunts, always else. Gloves on, knelt dirt. Therapeutic weeding, spot intruders, extract woats, prevent return. Space for wanted growth. Hours later, grimy but satisfied, showered. Phone, 3 missed. Isabella, no messages. Set down, no callback. Growth 2. Post-shower, Robert table, paper, glasses. Familiar, comforting. Drive to Pine Lake weekend? Cabin open. Favorite spot, cozy by water, summers past. Skipped last, Isabella needs. Perfect, smile, no unreachable worry. Meant it.
Packing, doorbell. Robert answered. Evelyn, come. Stairs down, my brother Tom in entry. Surprise visit, months quiet. Tom, all right? Shifted. Saw Isabella's wedding posts, then her call. Upset. Proxy, not for me. Sure. Tom glanced, Robert, me. Said you wrecked wedding, pulled vendors midway, talk spreads. Are they? To living room. What Isabella say happened? Tom sat. Misunderstanding upset you, retaliated, couldn't share spotlight? Robert snorted. Hand on arm. Mention barring us? Asked leave pre-ceremony? Tom's face shifted. What? Arrived wedding we funded. Isabella said unwelcome, her day. Exit side to not disturb. Coordinator escorted. Tom's jaw dropped. Omitted that. Not surprised. Why? Shrug. Ask her, clear. Tom leaned. Thought you clingy, hard let go. Shook head. This different. Yes. Tom left. Promise call. Packing resumed. Silence thoughtful, light. Side heard. Seen. Pine Lake spring stunning. Water mirrored sky. Pines scented crisp. Cabin modest. Fireplace living. Kitchenette. Bedroom. Screened porch lake view. Friday arrive. Evening porch. Sunset orange pink lake. Talked all but Isabella. Books, trips, home ideas. Rediscovering post-absence. Saturday, Robert fished. I town walk. Bakery cinnamon buns intact. Bookstore new owner stocked. Bought mystery, lake guide. Store met Clara Jones, neighbor cabin. Evelyn Hayes, long time, Robert's retirement? Chatted weather, lake, till met Ethan's coworker at Capital Trust. Interest peaked. Yes? Clara's tone changed. Pity bank issue, young guy entangled bad. Sorry? Clara confused. Account irregularities, assumed known. Quiet, but my niece in audit said Ethan let go 4 months back. Client fund mishandling. Mind whirled. Ethan jobless months, but Isabella mentioned promotion weeks ago. Confusion, still there? Clara backtracked. Likely, memory fuzzy. Subject switched, but seed planted. Cabin return, Robert cleaning fish. Interesting walk, recounted. Hands stopped. Explains rush, pay no questions. Think hid, saw us fix? Worth check. Evening, Robert cooked. I dug Ethan online beyond basics. LinkedIn, still Capital Trust. Instagram, luxury lunches, trips, gadgets. No trouble hint. Deeper, bank news, article 4 months. Capital Trust internal review. No names, timing matched. Ethan's parents, Whitaker family, per legacy wealth, per Isabella. Father, Harold, retired exec. Mother, Victoria, society. Home, Oak Ridge, $1.8 million. Surface fine, but property dig. Refinanced 4 times 6 years. Latest 8 months. Excessive for rich. Notice lien 5 months back, resolved, but troubles familial. Robert summoned dinner, laptop shut, implications swirling. Porch 8, fireflies dusk. Financial mess, I said. Them and parents. Robert nodded. Us solution via Isabella. Elaborate wedding, changes, pricey gown after return hours. Appearance desperate. Isabella know? Robert pondered. If yes, complicit, no, used. Like us. No joy, ache. Daughter deceiver or deceiver, no comfort. Home Sunday, porch, package. Hand delivered, no stamp. Thick invite. Ethan and Isabella Whitaker request presents reconciliation dinner Saturday, July 8th, 7 p.m., Oak Ridge Bistro. Note, please, talk needed. Isabella. Oak Ridge Bistro, city's priciest. Deals, milestones. Robert passed invite. Thoughts? Discoveries, wedding, years taken. Performance, manage, not address. Nodded, skip. Folder filed, released, fit with relics, changed bond. Monday dawn, purpose renewed. Breakfast post, called Dr. Amelia Grant, therapist friend suggested, never pursued. Appointment please. You alone? Yes. Strange, right? Not family fix, understand me. Thursday slot. Robert eyebrow up, pleased, good. Afternoon, phone, Ethan's, voicemail. Message polished. Evelyn, Ethan, hope well. Sad you missed wedding, miss calm. Clear air, call. Miss calm. Not invited, clear. No return. 2 hours, again, answered. Hello? Evelyn, thanks. Got invite? Yes. See you Saturday, bistro, new chef, private room, talk. Smooth, managing, graded awareness, declining, pause, why? No why. Longer pause, tone cold. Understand upset wedding, emotions high, errors. Isabella devastated, only child. Oh, chance, right? Oh? Oh, nothing, no explanation, you. Please, Margaret, hung. Hands shook, not fear, power. Next day, coffee, Susan. Sister called, talk more. Corner cafe. Susan serious. Called Isabella post-visit, asked direct if you barred you. Admitted, justified. Ethan's family uneasy your vibe, embarrass. Flinched. Susan hand squeeze. Ridiculous, you're graceful. Faint smile, thanks. Susan, watched you bend years, there always, she took granted. From Susan, meaningful, always fun aunt, thought me overbearing. What shifted? Uncomfortable. Isabella said you cut funds, punish with money, like value only cash. Recalled, overlooked, calls for needs, busy otherwise. Inheritance chat, Thanksgiving, you there. Nod, throat tight. Pattern noticed. Sorry late. Now counts. Drive home, family pondered. Born bonds, created boundaries. Saw as walls, now riverbanks. Guide love, prevent flood. Thursday therapy. Dr. Grant, mid-50s, kind eyes, direct. Evelyn, why here? Rehearsed, but 42 years someone's wife, 29 mother. Forgot me. Nodded. Common, especially women. Parenthood consumes. When notice? Recently, wedding, rejection, Ethan job, finances. Listened, no judge. Finished, question. Life without parenthood? No answer, 29 years primary. Don't know. Start there, reacquaint Evelyn. Session drained, energized. Journey begun. Home, Robert garage, old boat project abandoned when Isabella needed postgrad help. Revival symbolic. How? Good, asked life Sam's parent. Nodded. Similar thoughts. Remember post-retire travel? Coast drive? Yes. Maps, plans, shelved, engagement announce. Wedding consumed. Revisit. Smile answer. Evening porch, sunset, phone Isabella. Hesitated, answered. Mom. Subdued. No dinner. No. Trying right. Breathe. Expensive meal not right. Appearances, difference. What want? Frustration. Said sorry. Recall none. Nothing now. Why? Reevaluate relation, all. Alarm. Mean? Changes, financial, etc. Like what? Could list, trusts, will, accounts. But money-centered, no. Not discuss now. Ready honest talk, not perform, contact. So, cut off. Own daughter. Guilt rose, pushed. Boundaries not cut, difference. Dad no? United, bye. Phone down, Robert hand squeeze. Okay? Considered. Fractured child bond, fractured patterns, unfamiliar, yet, yes, true. Summer freedom, plans sans Isabella check. Booked 3-week Alaska cruise, postponed often. Joined art class. Robert boat cruises with retirees. I library volunteer, joy in story hours, kids. Rhythm new, our interests. Love not stopped. Ache lingered, sharp, at her fave cafe or old song. But anxiety, availability, path smoothing lifted. Dr. Grant, detachment not abandon, not center universe. Selfish feel. Robert selfish boat? Interests? No. Different standard why. Question echoed doubts. Why happiness betrayal motherhood? Who taught self-erase love? August, Tom invited beach house Labor Day. Family, good kind. Past with Isabella, now accepted no hesitate. Weekend great. Ocean swims, grill deck, stars night. Tom's kids' families affectionate. Help unasked. Interest our stories. You lighter, Tom's daughter said. Relaxed. Smile. Fail. Later dishes Tom. Saw Isabella week ago. Hands paused. Office. Couldn't reach you. Not taking yet. Nod. Wanted intercede. Stop foolishness. Told? Not. Consequences actions. Even forgiven. Always. Plate hand. Disliked. Imagine. Trouble Evelyn. Sharp. What? Money mainly. Vague but lines read. Ethan jobless long. Pretended fine. Cracking. Nod unsurprised. Asked cash? Subtext yes. Thanks tell. Do what? Good question. Old me check immediate. New not. Nothing now. Direct honest come. Tom smile. Sister setting boundaries. Inspiring. My age, more hawk, learning sore. Laughed, tension gone. Night awake beside Robert, Isabella troubled. Protect instinct strong, but stronger, rescue perpetuate. Confirmation troubles unexpected. Late August met Victoria Whitaker, Ethan's mom, market. Barely knew, less polished, tired. Evelyn, strained smile, unexpected. Nod polite, aim pass but blocked. Meant to call, wedding misunderstanding. Misunderstanding, same word, not invited, clear. Specific? Glance around, whisper. Coffee sometime, explanations understand why. Studied worry lines, sunglasses prop, desperation. Understand well, Ethan jobless months, family finances false. Needed our wedding cash, not us disrupting image. Paled. Who said? Obvious attention paid. Composure slipped. Not my idea, Harold I never. Ethan Isabella decided. Didn't object telling payers unwelcome. Away look. Complicated. No. Passed. Shopping continued. Chicken.
Confirmation sad. Daughter chose deception. Told Robert evening. Head shake. All knew, went along. Yes. Trouble now, want explain, amends. Nod, veggies arranged. Hear Isabella soon, knows we know. Say what? Not sure, but part prepared since wedding. Call 3 days, not her, Ethan, voice less smooth. Clear air, misunderstandings. Heard, reply even. Not invited, unambiguous. Sigh. Out of hand, pressure. Wedding not envisioned, parents' expectations. Interrupt. Lost job scandal. Used cards lifestyle. Wedding appearance. Silence. How? Matters not. Lied repeated. Took money, planned exclude. Not like. Exactly. Silence. Need help. Point. What? Financial. Temp. Prospects. 1 next month. Bridge gap. How much? 15,000 next month's. Feet back. Significant. Doable. Check today. Isabella where? Not her call? Not well. Situation hard. Speak daughter direct. Not home. Call when, not you alone. Evelyn, please. Critical. Payments. Buy. Heart raced. Calm outside. 15,000 not living. Debts? Why not her? Told Robert workshop. 15,000? Disbelief. For what? Unspecified. Isabella unavailable convenient? Claimed. Quiet. Lying? She unaware bad? Either. No check Ethan. Agreed. Settled seeming. Day nagged. 15,000 much simple. Evening broke promise. Her socials. Posts bliss. Outings, spa, jewelry. No distress hint. Facade dedicated or unaware finances. Laptop shut, trebled. If hiding, what else? Answer next day. Isabella doorstep distraught. Reading, bell. Window, daughter rigid. Opened, barely recognized. Polished woman gone. Makeup smeared, hair messy, eyes red. Mom, voice broke. Heart constricted despite. Come in. Inside glanced like foreign. Perched sofa edge, hands twisted, ring glinting. Ethan's gone, abrupt. Gone, left yesterday. Clothes, car, emptied account. Looked wild. Lying everything, job, family money. Still absorbed. How find? Bank missed payments, thought he handled. Confronted, admitted jobless months. Cards maintain, parents not wealthy. Barely afloat. Laughed bitter. Said, at least beautiful wedding, like matters. Irony. Told you called money. Anger flash. Refused help own daughter. Ah, why here? Not comfort, confront no save consequences. Ethan called, 15,000, no explain. Needed speak you. If put me, then given? Gaze steady. No. Crumpled. Why? Have it. Point not. Wouldn't solve. What? Pattern. Choices no consequence. Expect rescue. Stood. Mistake coming. Didn't say no help. Clarify. Help daughter, not enable hurt long. Breathe. Sit. Talk going. Next. Moment thought flee. Tense. Then sank. Don't know what to do. Whispered. Sounded child again. Scraped knees. Trusting fix. First, understand dealing. Gentle. Debt how much? Assets? Immediate? Hour. Situation emerged alarming. Ethan lost job, expense fraud. He hid, desperate. Cards max, advances, borrowed her savings. 15,000 not expenses, pay shady loan threatening. Why not tell? Stared hands. Didn't know most, he finances. After wedding thought no here. Barred us. Flinch. Yes. Why really? Quiet long. Small voice. Ethan said presence embarrass family. Expectations. To fit circle, adjustments. Believed. Trusted, tears. Wanted belong, clubs, events, vacations. Chose that over family. Nod miserable. Sorry mom, so sorry. First genuine, landed heavy. Damage, hope heal. No, soft. Sorry start. Amends, time, action. Now what? Lost. Call father, plan. Dad. Robert home 20 minutes. Shock to concern, outlined. No 15,000 outright, but negotiate creditors, lawyer misconduct, temporary support, footing. Find affordable place, Robert budget review. Job stable. Design experience, hesitant. Freelance unsteady, seek full-time. Start good, agree. Help deposit modest, cosign credit, you monthly. Loan, threats, darken. Lawyer handle, predatory, remedies. Meantime, add, stay guest temporary till apartment. Surprise. After all? Still daughter, simple. Not street, conditions, contribute house, financial counseling, join therapy, address patterns.
Not rescue. Explain. Reset, rebuild. Healthy. Nod, relief, trepidation. Understand. Night, Isabella, bad guest. Repainted serene green. Shelves, art supplies, not mementos. Robert I, porch, process, turn. Mean it. Apology, change. Consider. Wants. Follow, see. If not, manipulation? Done could. Boundaries, live lives. Hand reach. Wise when. Smile. Stopped fear, loss, dictate. Silence, comfortable. Garden sounds. House, daughter, slept our roof years. Not protected child, adult facing choices. Support, not rescue. Not imagined, but honest, balanced, loving than before. Weeks tough. Isabella ghost initial, uncertain. Awkward thanks. Stared changes. Room green, Robert's boat, new canvases mine. Resisted urge smooth, solve. Habits rose, fave meals, clean up, anticipate. Dr. Grant interrupt. Not child, remind. Treat as, say incapable adult. If not, fear. Learns failure, like us. Isabella job graphic firm. Not glamour, stable benefits salary. Rebuild credit, untangle, reality terms. Ethan Chicago, debt trail. Parents downsized apartment. Facade crumbled. October, saved deposit, small unit near work. Helped move, boxes, furniture, stepped decor, finances beyond agreed. Cozy, surveyed. Studio, kitchenette, living. Mine, afford alone. Pride, tentative, real. First ownership, sans cushion. Solid base. Robert approval. Evening home, gold box dresser. Weighed, considering. Thinking, Robert door. Put away, till right. Nod. Understood. Broach tradition, generations. Now healing forced. Someday genuine appreciation, connection, not value. Thanksgiving loomed. Invite? Navigate emotions? Want? Robert options. Peaceful. Enjoy you, Tom, without eggshells. No, Isabella. Sigh. Wrong. Alone. Trying. True. Months job, bills, counseling, therapy me. Tentative. Improving. Invite parameters? Suggest. Dinner only, not weekend. Cook, eat, game maybe, home. Clear, manageable. Extended, response surprise. Actually, hesitant. Host my place? Small, try. Offer off guard. Cook Thanksgiving? Classes, self-improve. Do myself, not expect. Emotions swell. Pride, effort recognition. Lovely, bring? Yourselves, for you, Dad. Day arrived, apartment, wine only. Space transformed, clean, fall decor, table thrift charm. Welcome, nervous smile genuine. Ready almost. Meal imperfect, turkey dry, stuffing salty, apple pie soggy, made scratch, alone. Delicious, Robert meant. Dinner post, coffee, pie, drawer, package. Made you, pushed. Handmade card, pressed leaf, garden volunteer. Inside, Mom, thanks not saving when needed learn save self. Sorry pain. Work-worthy love always gave, even unappreciated. Love, Isabella. Read twice, tears. Not grand, genuine, most ever. Acknowledgement, appreciation, promise grow. Thank, squeeze hand, squeezed. Mean every. Later door. Thinking monthly dinner? Check in if want. Small, no entitle. Like, Robert, us. Drive quiet, grace process. Trying, yes, nod.
beginning. December, Dr. Grant office, reflect changes. Feeling relation now? Consider. Different, smaller, not daily, not drop all. Healthier, honest. For you? Good mostly, sad sometimes. Mourn closeness never, appreciate authentic building. Nod. Mature. Relations evolve, break, reform, sustainable, bone stronger, fracture. Yes. Christmas near, traditions new. Isabella Eve dinner, day friends. We quiet home, Tom dessert Eve. Pleasant dinner, Isabella dishes while Robert fire. Thinking, drying. Wedding, why did? Neutral. Oh, not just Ethan, me too. Wanted successful, impress family, friends. Platter down. Ashamed what? Ordinary, middle class, no status. Direct. Busy be else, through best part, your daughter. Honesty caught. Thanks to say. Still work, comfortable me, no expensive, impress value. Faint smile. Irony, own bills, second hand, like self better. Like becoming too. After left, Robert I fire, wine last. Growing, observe, finally. Late never. Pocket, box. Wait tomorrow, right now. Delicate necklace, single pendant, phoenix rising. Tom's metaphor stuck. You rose ashes this year. Clasped, touched, represented. We both. Later bed, transformation thought. Painful, necessary. Resist, fear, loss familiar, even not serve. Year, wedding, force truth. Separation, painful. Rebuild, slow, careful, healthier. Isabella, not perfect imagined, real, flawed, growing. Selfish, terrible, remorse, genuine. Learning, becoming. Myself, not just mother, wife. Evelyn Hayes, interests, boundaries, voice. Decades outward, learning inward. Journey ongoing, change never ends. Drifted to sleep, necklace cool, felt unexpected after difficult. Peace. Not avoiding conflict fragile, facing truths lasting, build better wake. Someday perhaps give Isabella the brooch, not obligation, gift to women earned to celebrate connection. Not yet, someday. Now enough, all where need. No unhealthy entangle, separate paths, clearer eyes, stronger boundaries. Not perfect, but real, and in its own way, beautiful.